millennium or let's see, what are these?
I don't know what the name.
It's supposed to get down to 33 degrees tonight, which is bad news for farmers.
What happened last night?
It got down to 27 degrees last night. The black flies are horrible.
That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, we got these. So when the broccoli's done and we put in lettuce, Jose can easily just pull those 18-inch and swap them out for a 6-inch.
Yeah. You cry?
Yeah, I'm crying.
Why?
I'm not crying.
No.
Our biggest market day ever!
Yeah.
We are so excited. We're not even selling vegetables yet.
Thank you for helping me.
You need serious help. No. You're welcome. So Jose's putting these row markers in, but he's not doing a very straight job, so he wants me to set the lines for him.
Well, that's the wind.
Oh, it's the wind.
Pushing me.
I see, the wind is moving you and your tractor.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. 9 inches. This will be here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jose has all the beds made for asparagus and then for corn and beans. I got all the lettuce planted and some kohlrabi planted. What we want to work on now is getting the asparagus in the ground since we have the tractor out here. What we're doing is the asparagus is going in these beds. We're going to dig a trench down the center of each of these beds. Okay, so this is what the asparagus crowns look like when they come. These are just the roots down here. The crown is right here, so these roots are going to get buried down in the ground. And what we do is we set them down flat in the trench and then spread these roots out along the bottom of the trench, and then we fill that trench in 2 inches above the crown. Then what will happen is your asparagus shoots are going to start coming up, and as those asparagus shoots come up, you want to continue to cover them and bury them until you have about 6 inches of dirt over this crown. So that's what we're working on now. Okay, so I gave these asparagus crowns a really good wet down to make sure they're really wet before we plant them. And then we're going to go in here and I'm going to drop one of these every foot along the trench. And then we are going to lay the roots out and go through and bury. So one of us will probably lay roots out, one of us bury them. We've already planted 2 beds here. It took us, I don't know, 45 minutes maybe? Yeah. It's going pretty fast. We should be able to get through all these beds before the end of the day. So we're just finishing 50 of the millennium or let's see, what are these?
I don't know what the name.
So yeah, we have 50 more of the millennium to put in. And then we are putting in 250 Jersey Giants. We already did 200 of the millennium, so there's 250 of those. 250 250, okay, one more time. We did 250 of these, so we have 50 more to go. We're gonna do 250 of the purple. The purple are supposed to be very sweet, like have a lot higher sugar content than the greens. So that's why I wanted to do those. And then the last variety, we have 100, and that's Jersey Giant. I don't know what variety we planted last year. For some reason, Mary Washington is coming to mind, but I don't know if that was the asparagus or the rhubarb.
Oh.
It might have been rhubarb. Who knows? So anyway, Jose is laying out the rest of the millennium. Okay. So this is the last that we're doing of the millennium. And I just want to show you how we do it. So we dig a big trench. It's about 6 inches deep, which is what you want them to eventually be at that depth. So then we take these and we spread out the roots. Now some people say to make like a little mound and spread the roots around the mound. We don't have time for that. Like, I'm sorry, to do 600 of those would take us a very long time. So we just spread the roots out in the trench on these. Now you'll notice these got a little bit, they've been in the basement a while, they got a little bit of mold on the roots. I'm not even gonna worry about that. It shouldn't be a problem. We had it last time. We didn't plant until the end of June, the last round. So it was very late. So these ones, so they have a little bit of mold, but it should seriously not be a problem. It'll just, once it dries out in the bed a little bit, it'll be fine. So then again, I spread these out, and we're just gonna do them about 12 inches on center. We give them, it says 8 to 12 inches. We give them maybe a little more space than they need. And then Jose is gonna come back through, fill the trench in about 2 inches, so maybe to here. And then as the plants grow, we will come back in maybe in 3 weeks, cover them a little bit more, and then in 6 to 8 weeks come in and cover them just a little bit more, and then that'll be it. We'll just let them grow till the end of the year. They'll put on big fronds, be good sized plants, and then next spring, that's when we really get to enjoy these.
All day has been cool. Huh?
Oh, it's cold. Yeah, it looks beautiful, but it is a freezing north wind. It's like 40 degrees today. It's supposed to get down to 33 degrees tonight.
Yeah.
Which is bad news. Like, it's supposed to get down to 33 degrees tonight, which is bad news for farmers. It just means frost. So everything has to be covered tonight. But Jose and I are trying to get a few more friends? Wow.
Okay, yeah. We need more friends.
More friends.
Uh-huh.
We need more fence posts set. So we're gonna get a few of those done today because it's really chilly today. We're not planting because we don't want to add anything else we have to cover tonight. So we are going to do all of our planting tomorrow and the next day. So today, fence posts.
Let's go. What happened last night?
It got down to 27 degrees last night.
Very cold morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, it dipped down to 27 degrees last night.
Yeah.
Which is brutal. These covers that we have are, just to help keep the frost off. They don't really help too much if we get a freeze like that. And it is late in the season for a 27 degree night. The garlic will be fine, the onions will be fine. Most of what we have planted, the problem was because we are short our hoop houses, we planted in the garden. So this will possibly freeze what we have in here. We're gonna take a look. The good news is it's been super warm. So the ground is very, very warm. So hopefully these crops underneath these tunnels did all right. So today we're going to start doing a lot of planting though, because that was the last super cold night in the forecast. Tonight is supposed to be around 39, which will mean still a chance of frost. So we'll only do some cold hardy crops out here. And then starting tomorrow, it's high 40s, low 50s out, you know, on the long-term forecast. So tomorrow we'll start some of the warmer crops that can't handle the cold.
Yeah.
So after tonight we'll do that. So tomorrow we're gonna plant, let's see, what do we have ready to go out that can go out?
Too many things. Too many.
We do have a lot, but I think we're gonna actually start our first row of tomatoes in the hoop house after tomorrow. Usually we already have cucumbers planted, but it has been such a cold spring, I haven't dared take the chance to put them in the ground. We have summer squash in one of the hoop houses already, and we had that double covered. So hopefully that did well. I think the ground is warm enough that it should be fine in there. So our temperature gauge this morning said 31 degrees in here. The beauty of that is the temperature gauge is up near the ceiling, so it shows a cooler temperature than's actually down on the ground, because the ground, because it's so warm, just continues to give off heat overnight. So we don't really get, even on these super cold nights, with these cool season crops, we don't have any problem. But these were the summer squash in here. Yeah, they look fine, but you know, on a lot of your plants, you won't know you have damage or an issue for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Because the leaves will die back and turn kind of a black, you know, like a brown color, and die back. But our kale and Swiss chard, which is down this far row, will be fine. It looks beautiful. And then this is spinach on this far aisle, and carrots down this center, which are amazing.
Amazing carrots.
Yeah, they're already.
This is our second time we have done very good job.
Yeah. Yeah, we've struggled with carrots. Carrots are a very difficult crop
For us.
Yeah. And I bet all of our pear and plum trees will lose their blossoms.
Yeah.
It was cold. All right, anything else, Jose?
Nope.
Okay. Back to work.
Well, big difference, huh? Yesterday was
Cold.
cold, yeah, maybe 45 degrees.
Yeah.
And now it's about 60.
65. It's warm now, too warm. It goes from too cold to too warm. It'd be nice if we got a nice 50-degree day.
Yeah.
But nope, either cold or warm.
No.
So we are just working these beds. We've got broccoli, 2 rows of broccoli to plant today. We have peas. We're gonna do one more batch of peas. And then I'm gonna do our next row of kale and Swiss chard, which of course is my favorite. Up on the hill, we're gonna do salad mix and lettuces. And then beets.
Yep.
And do the other half of the green onion row with more green onions.
And
the black flies are horrible.
that's why.
Yeah, we got these. Because if you're down working near the dirt, you're getting eaten up.
Yeah.
So the first thing we're going to do is put fertilizer on the 2 broccoli beds and on the kale beds. Pretty much everything else we're planting today doesn't really need
Too much.
No, we just put a real light fertilizer and some compost. These broccoli and kale for sure really needs some extra nutrients. And we find our kale is beautiful with just a little bit. So, all right, let's do this. So today we've been planting. So I've got 2 rows of broccoli I got planted today, and then we put in a 4th bed of peas, and Jose did more radishes and turnips. And then right now I'm doing our 2nd Swiss chard and kale bed. I wouldn't need to do one this early except for the other one's in the hoop house, and I like to shut that bed down early so I can plant other warm season crops like peppers and tomatoes in that slot. So I'm starting our next row of kale and Swiss chard. I already have the Swiss chard in the ground. It's been a long day of planting already.
Yeah.
Sometimes when it's hot, you just got to get out here and work. But we do try on hot days to work earlier in the morning, and then we take more breaks during the day, like an hour at a time.
Yeah, we need to work more smart.
Yeah, so just to get out of the heat, and then we come back, you know, around 5 or 6 and really put in some more time. The problem right now is these little black flies.
They are starving.
So anyway, so I'm gonna get back to kale. Jose, what are you working on?
Because it's so hot and dry, the plant they need water. So I set up the drip tape irrigation.
Yeah, the drip irrigation is what Jose's doing, and it is dry.
Yep.
We went from, somebody said 2 weeks ago we had slush, like a foot of slush on the ground, and now we are digging these, putting in these broccoli, and it's like 4 inches down and the soil is dry, dry, dry.
Yeah, who can believe it? Like 26 days ago it was like a foot. It's not of snow.
More than, we had 2 feet of snow at the beginning of the month. On the 1st and 2nd we got a foot.
And now,
yeah, it's gone. So anyway, Jose is doing the irrigation and I'm getting the planting done, and we use drip irrigation.
Yeah, I think it's better.
Oh, by far the best way to go, in my humble opinion, for plants. The above sprinklers, we have to run them for several hours at a time, but if we put in the drip irrigation, I mean, it just really soaks that soil right at each plant.
Yep.
And I would say the most important time to water your plants is, you know, as you're transplanting and a few days after. They really need moisture to take.
Yeah. If you try to figure out what kind system you want.
Yeah, we use Drip Depot.
Yep.
Which is fantastic. They have kits already designed. And that's how we order ours. We just order their kits. And as a matter of fact, we can adjust the kits with numbers. So if we want to add more beds or more lines or whatever. But we always keep 6-inch, 12-inch, and 18-inch drip lines here on site because, you know, some of the crops we plant closer together, like today where Swiss chard is 6 inches. So we plant 6-inch, or we use 6-inch drip tape. But then the broccoli is 18 inches on center, so we can use an 18-inch line.
Yeah.
So it makes it very easy for us to adjust what we have going on. And Jose, if we replant a bed, so when the broccoli's done and we put in lettuce, Jose can easily just pull those 18-inch and swap them out for a 6-inch.
Yeah, it's easy. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, I got to put this back on. I can't deal with the bugs.
All right, back to the work. You cry?
Yeah, I'm crying.
Why?
I'm not crying.
No. Okay. How about now? You cry?
No, I'm crying. It's dark.
Another Saturday.
Yes. It's amazing how busy this time of season is. You forget season to season how busy it was the season before. Yeah, yesterday we spent the day prepping beds and planting, and we still don't have the planting done for the week.
No.
Yeah, we still have a lot of things to go in the ground. Beets.
But that part is easy.
Yeah, it is easy, but it's just like the list just piles up of things that need to get done. And I'm just tired. It is super early again. We are loading the truck and trailer for day number 2 of market. The good news is we have a bunch more veggies for members this week, so at least we'll be able to supply some stuff to members and then maybe have some stuff left over for people at the market. So that part's exciting. I love when we're harvesting.
Yeah.
Harvesting, really shows your hard work.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have totes to load in the truck and then plant starts to get loaded. So you get the totes loaded, I'll start plant starts.
Okay.
All right, perfect.
All right, Evan. Do you want to go to Costa Rica, Hawaii, or some different place, Evan? Or you
What are you doing?
looking for vacation?
You're going on vacation and you're taking the dogs. Can I come?
Let's see. Probably.
Why are you looking for a vacation?
Because we are rich.
I see. Jose thinks we're rich because we had our biggest market day ever.
Yeah.
We are so excited. We're not even selling vegetables yet. We have no vegetables for sale. We do have vegetables for our members, but we don't have vegetables for sale at the market. And we hit our largest market day ever. So we were mostly selling plant starts and eggs. And our goal this year has been to hit over $1,000. And we didn't quite get there. I mean, then we would probably go on vacation. But we did hit over $900, which is, compared to the last couple of years, we're just on a nice upward trend. I feel like the work is paying off and everything we're doing, getting to know people at the market and having consistent customers. Some customers just come back for our starts every year.
Yeah.
So it's just exciting to see the same people returning and to really feel like we're accomplishing something here on the farm.
Thank you.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Plus, in addition to our biggest market ever, we also sold 3 more farm shares. So our CSA is growing, and our goal was to hit 25 shares this year. And we are at, I believe, 27 with today's sales.
Wow.
So we've gone over the 25. I'm gonna push it to see if we can get to 30 before we close it off completely. I don't know that I'm comfortable going much over 30 just because we still have to provide to the markets. And the problem is the more members we have, the less vegetables we have for sale, which means it'll be a lot harder for us to hit that goal of $1,000 if we're providing more to members than we have available for sale. Because I don't usually include the membership sales in our sales totals because that money comes in right at the beginning of the year, most of it. So we've sold some of that. So $930 plus, over $1,000 today in membership fees. So I am so excited. But Jose, I hate to say it, but no vacations. It's time for us to go back to work. And the reason for that is these first, the last week or two of May and the first week or two of June, our... Macho, stop bumping the camera, buddy.
Sorry,
I know.
We are not going to vacation.
Yeah, no vacations, Macho. These are our busiest 4 planting weeks of the year because now that we've shifted from cold, possible freezing overnights, we now have to get all of our summer crops into the ground. So we're talking tomatoes and peppers, and the winter squashes need to go in the ground. Melons need to go in the ground, Brussels sprouts, the potatoes, the corn. So it's just like everything happens in a 4-week period where we're just this is probably our busiest 4 weeks of the year, I would say.
Yeah.
Harvesting is busy, but getting everything planted is a very long, difficult process for the next few weeks. So, and if it doesn't get in the ground, we don't have stuff to sell. So there is no choice. We work until it's done. But hey,
What?
hey, we got to break the news to you that we hired somebody.
Oh yeah.
So we are very excited. Our friend Betsy, who you may have seen on camera before, she is coming to work for us as our greenhouse manager. Which will be so nice because she will be starting all of our starts for the rest of the season. She'll be keeping us organized in there, and we're going to be doing a bunch of planting in there to provide vegetables into the later fall for some of our top tier members. And so she'll be in charge of all of that.
Yeah, thank you.
Which frees me up to focus on planting. You know what I should have hired though is a outside garden manager so I could focus on the greenhouse and stay inside. No?
No.
All right, maybe Betsy, when she comes back, I can talk her into running the beds. Maybe she could be in charge of a hoop house. No?
No.
Okay. Anyway, we are very excited. We do have to get back to work though because time is critical right now.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for all of your support. We really appreciate all of you watching us. And hopefully we will continue to do videos for you as we go through this summer.
Big hook.
Oh, are you hugging people?
Mm-hmm.
Weird. Do you want to come on vacation with us?